Hello, and welcome once again to another episode of Third Action. I'm your lovely host, Jason, and these are the same three New Year's party favors that were here last year. In the bottom left, we've got Regan Belladonna, Academy Wizard, played by Char.
Welcome back. It is 1/26/26. There's no better day to play Pathfinder than today.
Yes, correct. Bottom middle, we have Tullios Couldarn, played by Will.
I am also here. Hello.
He's also a duelist fighter.
Pretty sure. Guardian.
Oh.
One of these days.
In the bottom right, unchanging, it's Felix Milos, Maestro Bard.
It's been one entire year.
It's been an entire year of Guardianness, but anyway. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hope you all had a lovely end of December, all of January. We are back, and hopefully nothing will go wrong tonight. So last time on Third Action, for those who don't remember, our group of intrepid adventurers had rescued Neolandus Kallow, the former seneschal of Corvosa, as well as their good friend Vincarlo Orsini, who was secretly formerly Blackjack. And the two of them had some amount of information to share with you about what's been going on with the Queen. Neolandus has a theory that the Queen is somehow being or is somehow using or being used by some kind of weird artifact that she might have found in the treasury that below the throne, below Castle Corvosa. And he noticed that her new crown seems to have been made with something, or made out of something called the Midnight's Teeth, or Midnight's Fangs. I forget. One of the two. Whichever one I told you, that's the correct one. I remember these things. It doesn't matter. Teeth or fangs, same deal. Yes, he believes that the Queen has made this crown. Fangs? Is that what I said?
Or... I'm making jokes. It's fine.
You're making jokes, thank you.
The Midnight's Teeth is what I read.
Midnight's Teeth. Okay, that's what I thought.
No, we change every time. It's one or the other, but never the same one twice.
Yes. Midnight's Teeth. He believes that, or Neolandus believes that the Shawanti might know more. Many of the treasures that were in the vaults of Corvosa had been there from the times of the Shawanti, when they had ruled the area, and had laid claim to the Great Pyramid, the Masteba, I believe is what they called it in their language. And yeah, unfortunately, no one in the city has any idea of the sorts of things that are there. But perhaps your friend Thousand Bones, who had fled the city earlier in the adventure, would be able to help shed some light on the situation. So you gathered your things, gathered your crew, and helped them escape up north to Hars, where they could perhaps ride out the increase in fascism, as the Queen has been stepping up her enforcement of martial law via her personal guard, the Grey Maidens. You manage to get out, and then you start making your way north towards the Cinderlands, with two friends in tow. One, the agile bard, Trinia, who had once been accused of murdering the king, who you now believe to be innocent. and another, a Shawanti from the Sklarqua, the Sun Tribe. Her name is Shields from Flame, and she's the bodyguard who works at Felix's in the Scripted Scrimshaw. And yeah, you traveled north. You made your way up to Kermaga, where you encountered a little bit of slavery. And without the time or resources to deal with that right away, you decided to drag Regan, kicking and screaming, eastward towards the Kallow Mounds. And I believe that is where we left off for the most part. I think at the end of the last session, I sort of said we'll wrap up and do some... the party wanted to do some purchasing, so we actually handled that offline in a unrecorded session. But if anybody wants to declare any items that you've purchased that might be of interest, why don't we go ahead and do that right now? Just as a little treat to the audience. Char, did you buy anything?
Yes. Good luck in getting me to remember what I bought. I definitely
That's
bought
exactly
the
where I'm at.
sleeves of storage. Sleeves of storage so I could store stuff in my sleeves and get it easier than going into my backpack. I don't think I bought that many spells. And if I did, it was like maybe 2, and I don't remember which ones they were. I got the Shadow Signet, which turns spell attack rolls against armor class into, I can choose Fortitude or Reflex DCs instead. I got a better Mage's Hat, a better Healer's Glove. I got a Medic's Armband, which I think makes me go, please don't hurt me, I'm a medic. And then they're like, oh... yeah, once a day. They're like, oh, and then they take a penalty to damage rolls. And I can't remember the rest.
All right. Tully.
Yeah, trying to remember which all I just picked up exactly. We got some potions, some resistance potions to fire, cold, acid, just random stuff that was there. We did upgrade our half plate to be resilient and +2, and greater invisibility, as well as staunching. So some nice upgrades there. And our buckler that we very rarely use, because I forget it sometimes, is a moderate reinforcing buckler now instead of a minor. There was some other selling and some shuffling around of runes to achieve that.
All right, sounds good.
Don't remember if I bought anything else. I think that was it.
And Felix, anything interesting that you picked up?
I found like a handful of called runes and have placed them on random items in my inventory. So now I can just arbitrarily switch between things at a reduced cost. I won't share all of them, but one of them is a crossbow. So that'll be fun when it happens.
All right.
And I also picked up really like odds and ends. I picked up a ring that lets me warp attacks that should apply to armor class to instead Fortitude or Reflex DC.
Okay. Yeah, same signet ring.
Indeed.
Or shadow signet.
Shadow Signet. And I got a once a day recovery of my focus points through Entertainer's Censure. So I can get at least one focus point back at will. One time.
All right.
But yeah, other than that, I got the bigger sleeves of storage because I think I got to the stall maybe like 5 minutes before Regan.
There was a bit of an offline fight. I mean, not fight, but... all right. Well, with all that said, you had traveled through the Cinderlands that evening, made your way past an Unkrov nest, also known as antlions, the massive bug-like creatures that live in the sands and cause quicksand. collapse people into their little traps. But you managed to find a nice place to stay for the night, and I think I messed up some calendar stuff in the game, so I'm going to say that that was Faraz the 31st. And today, that is not what I wanted. I wanted this one. Today is now Toil Day, Goswin the 1st. It is 8 a.m. You had made camp using the cozy cottage, casting some food spells. I think that Regan had been preparing and cleansing the food with a spoon to make it more delicious and fulfilling. But yeah, you awaken. It's warm this morning. The sun is shining. There's that light haze of not smoke, but ember particulates in the air that gives everything kind of a smoky taste as you awaken here in the Sunderlands. You might have a very light kind of scratchiness in your throat or dryness. It is very, very dry up here, and it's a much higher elevation than Corvosa. So you might also be just a little bit short of breath. You'll get used to it over time, so no penalties or anything, but just mild differences as you acclimate to life here on the plateau. Yeah, as you get up and start getting about your things, you notice Shields from Flame has gotten up early. And she's preparing the horses. Trinia probably sleeps a little bit later as everyone's doing the rest of their prep. It takes Regan an hour to do spell prep each day. Same thing for Felix. So I guess Trinia also needs spell prep, so she wakes up a little bit late and then gets her preparations. But yeah, Shields estimates that you are roughly 15 to 20 miles away from the Kallow Mounds at this point. Where's my travel speeds? Do I have them on this one? I do. Your horses move at 40 feet? Yeah, horses are 40 feet. So you move at 4 miles an hour. 16 miles is 4 hours. So yeah, you should be able to get to the Kallow Mounds in 4 hours.
All right.
When you say plateau, I don't really have an idea if this is a lush place or a barren place. You describe all the smoke in the air. Is it arid? Is it a blasted landscape to some degree, or?
Yes, the Cinderlands are quite arid. So the valley, or the lowlands, where Corvosa is fairly lush. There's lots of greenery, forests, wooded areas, that sort of thing. But as you get up here, you have to pass over the Storval Plateau, which is basically just a massive sheer cliff, thousands of feet up. You guys had to go through a series of caverns up to Kermaga to get to the top of the plateau. That took almost a whole day. But yeah, now that you're here, the landscape, very, very dry. Not quite sandy desert, but there's a lot of dust, there's a lot of tumbleweeds. You see occasional spots of big dark brown kind of dried trees. Some of them are very bulbous in shape. You imagine they might hold water. There are cactuses, that sort of thing. You see some small amount of scrub and brush about, but they mostly tend to be in the kind of yellowish to kind of brownish color range. Not a lot of lush greenery out here. And it's fairly... in a lot of places, it's fairly open and flat, but you can see random changes in elevation, like kind of hills or kind of cliffy areas, little valleys, that sort of thing.
Okay. Well, thankfully, at least it isn't like the kind of sandy desert where our horses would sink in the sand. We can at least get there. What sounds like reasonable time.
Yes, the horses are... the ground is pretty firm, and as long as you're not deviating into an Ankrov nest, you should be fine. Quicksand and similar problems. In the distance, you can see these massive, kind of like funnel-shaped protrusions from the ground. They look like very thin, small volcanoes, and those occasionally shoot out like plumes of ash and cinders into the air. And you think that's probably why the Cinderlands has its name. It's a kind of slightly volcanically active region. I say lightly. That's more volcanically active than most places, but there are some geysers.
But it's spread out over an area. It's not like a traditional volcano where you have one big hot spot that goes boom on occasion. This seems like it's over the entire highland, essentially.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Well, what would you guys like to do?
Pack up and head towards the Kallow Mounds. Like, the only other problem that I can think of is that I don't know that we have a picture or any description of what this crown looks like. So we should probably think about what we're going to say when we get there.
You've all seen the crown. But yeah, I suppose you don't have like an actual painting or anything to reference.
Yeah.
But we do have a traumatic memory to reference, and those are pretty strong.
True. You're confident that you could describe what it looks like.
Oh, cool.
And you also have the name Midnight's Teeth to go on. If you can remember that it's Midnight's Teeth and not Midnight's Fangs. All right. Well, I guess, Tully, you are, this whole trip, you are actually in blackjack mode, right?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. I still need to update our UI for that, but new art is almost here. It's on the way. Okay. Well, you mount up the horses and clear out your cozy cabin, and then start to embark towards the Kallow Mounds. Let's see. So you travel for the first hour. Alright, it's like 10 a.m. now. You pass by... you're kind of riding along Shawanti trails that at least that Shields from Flame is familiar with. She's been here a few times before and knows the way well enough that she can keep you on the main tracks. You're not deviating off into the wilds or out into the unknown parts of the wasteland. And so she's probably up in front, making sure that you're going in the right direction. But you see her suddenly, like her horse startles, and she like pulls it back. Whoa there! And she
Is everything
stops
okay?
and yeah, just poor girl's spooked. And she gestures up the road, and you can see a big hole of wood stabbed into the ground, a spike at the tip, and a head kind of lodged right on top of it. You're at a distance, but the skin looks tanned and weathered. A lot of it is flaking off. There's flies buzzing around. That's not a good sign, Shield says. She's trying to pet her horse and keep it calm.
What's that sign mean?
It means well, our people call it the Wraith, she says in a quiet voice.
Is that a sign of it being here, or a sign of trying to ward it away in some fashion? What is the Wraith?
It is an enemy of our people, she says as she rides a bit closer. And this is a sign to stay away. It must have been here recently.
Is this something to be hunted? Or is this something that you just flee from? Should we be staying here?
We should probably keep going on. I can't imagine that the Wraith would make an appearance at the... would dare go too close to the mounds. They are said to be a killer of the Shawanti. Some call them the Cinderlander. Many believe they are just a ghost story to scare little children, but she looks at the poor soul as she now approaches. You can see the Shawanti head that's mounted on this pike has crossbow bolts in both eyes. It is a bad omen, no matter what. Or in any case. Yes, we should keep going. And she'll urge her mount to press forward a bit.
I'll keep up and
Fall
kick
behind.
up the pace.
All right. Another hour passes as you progress towards the Kallow Mounds. The sun, as it is approaching its apex, is beating down on you. It is very hot now, with very little cloud cover. What kinds of clothes is everyone wearing? Is anybody wearing specifically heat-resistant clothing?
No.
I have a big hat.
Okay. The big hat
Wearing
is keeping you
black leathers.
Okay, so those of you who are not wearing particularly heat-appropriate attire, you're sweating. It's not fatiguing yet. This isn't we're not at severe heat. It's just it's quite hot. And then let's see. Another hour passes. You can start to see the small valley where the Kallow Mounds is said to be. And as you approach the valley, all around you, you start to see these cairns, these stacks of stones They're kind of piled up like conical pyramids, and on the top of each one sits like an animal skull. And each one marks, per Shields from Flames knowledge, each one marks the burial site of one or more Shawanti who have passed on into the afterlife.
We'll definitely give that a white berth. I don't want to disturb that.
Yeah, luckily the road is wide enough that you can kind of stay centered and keep your distance from any of the actual mounds. And then another hour passes. You approach more closer. Let's see. Yeah. Actually, put you guys here.
There they are.
Yeah, so you can see these various mounds of stones, each one with an animal head or animal skull, and they're all kind of facing the road as you're progressing north here.
This isn't intimidating at all.
I say with confidence.
It's intimidating to me too. Most Shawanti don't like going to this place. It is harrowing, to say the least. Spooky, Trinia adds, keeping close by on her horse.
Do all the tribes build the same approach to their qua, or is this someone's unique creativity?
This is where all of our dead go, regardless of qua. The Skull tribe are the keepers of all dead. And though they are frightening, every Shawanti ends up here at some point or another.
Do all the mounds look of the same age? Are these particularly old ones, or is it are some look more recently disturbed than others?
You'd think they look. It's definitely a variety. Some are probably quite ancient. The skulls on them are very weathered and old, and like they've been maintained, perhaps, but the elements are going to eventually deteriorate many of these. Others look fairly fresh. All of them are very well stacked, like the stones. There's probably a few scattered stones here and there, but the Shawanti that keep this place definitely come by and make sure that the stones are properly stacked. And as you're walking through, you hear rustling from up above and a shout. You there, Shamek! As a Shawanti, probably be on a horse. Horse down. There we go. And I'll show you what this guy looks like. He is a bearded Shawanti with bald head, probably shaved, and black and white face paint, as well as a variety of tattoos of skulls and bones, and various other accoutrements of the undead, or of the dead, rather. Dead and undead. They kind of share the same parts, you know? But he's seated atop a horse. He's got a longbow out and pointed at you. And then you hear a bit more rustling and a few more Shawanti appear. State your business, Shamek. You're not welcome here.
So he looks at Felix for a moment.
Nicest.
I'll respond. We're here to see, hopefully ask some questions of Thousand Bones. Shields from Flame here is helped us get this far, and we hoped that we would be able to ask some questions about the history of Carvosa and the city as it stands.
I know not of what you speak, but Shamek are not allowed on these hallowed grounds. Please, brother, Shields says, kind of shifting her horse to get between you and the Shawanti up on the ridge. If you would just speak with Thousand Bones, we are good friends of his. The man glares. Thinks about what you've said. Go ahead and give me a diplomacy check.
Sure.
All right. He lowers his bow, and the other Shawanti do the same. Very well, then. We will guide you. And it'll take them a moment, but the Shawanti will come down from their high places. You must stay close and do not disturb our resting place.
Of course.
Alright, and with that, they will lead you.
And now the true
we
challenge,
follow.
attempting to move our tokens together.
Yes. you don't actually have to move them there.
We do not touch the bones, Regan.
I don't just dig up random graves.
10 feet away from all bones at all times.
I don't know what you all do in that school. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe if you came to the school, you would know what they did in the school.
No response.
No response.
It's just like
Okay.
bones.
So they
Never
lead
came
you...
to my school functions, Dad.
The group of 4 Shawanti lead you to the north side of the valley, up to where they've got like a lot of tents. It must be where most of the Shawanti here stay. And they actually lead you to a large tent in the back. And they will offer to take your horses. And if you
We'll
accept,
stop them.
then
Yeah.
they'll lead the horses
Mhm.
away. Let's see. Choose what this looks like. Can't. Here, and here's your buddies.
Buddies, quote unquote.
Yes, the people leading you. So as they're leading you, you can see there's a number of tents around here. They've got a great big campfire in the center. It's probably not blazing like this right now, but someone's probably keeping it lightly alive. There's probably a Shawanti or two cooking something there at the great fire. And yeah, you can see that there's this large tent at the far side here that has two old gnarly trees in front of it. On the tree to the right of the tent, there is a large vulture that's just perched up in the tree. And behind that tent, up in there's kind of like a raised section of dirt. There is a large creature. At first, looks like a lion, and then at second look, looks kind of like a dragon with a lion's face. So I'll show you what this thing looks like.
Oh.
It appears to be maybe some kind of scaled lion with large bird-like talons. It has two wings, but the wings are both they're not raised like they are in this picture. They're kind of low and flat. You can see one of them is clearly torn. But the creature does look rather large and menacing. Though it is currently curled up near a one of these cairns, and seeing the group of you, it like lifts its head to look at you, and it keeps its eyes on you, but it doesn't make any kind of move to attack you or anything like that. Here, we will fetch 1,000 bones for you. I believe he is doing some rites at the moment. But you are welcome to stay in this guest tent.
Thank you.
And 3 of them will leave, but one of them will stay. I will keep watch over you in the meantime.
Mm-hmm. Right.
No problem.
Is there actually a big vulture in the tree?
Yes, it is a
Oh.
very large vulture in the tree.
Eating a cow.
It's not currently eating a cow, that's what the picture has.
It's like, oh, it's hungry.
Pulled that whole thing up into that tree just so we could start munching down. Heck yeah.
Yum yum.
Are there any
No, it's
other
just-
obscene, overtly large animals hanging around aside from the 2 that we can currently plainly see on the map? Is this just a thing?
No, you don't notice anything else. Just this one large vulture and the weird dragon lion thing.
Can I
Okay.
think about what the dragon lion thing might be? I don't know if I would ever know this.
Sure. I would take, I think maybe nature. Let me double check. This might be Arcana as well.
This one is better than the other.
Yeah, I get the feeling. Nature's gonna be kind of our weakness. Just a guess.
This is all just not city stuff to me.
It isn't my worst skill, but it is one of my second worst.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, Arcana or nature.
Whee. A roll is that?
Yeah, you're not sure. Maybe it's some kind of weird chimera, like some kind of creature that's like the result of some weird experiments.
Big shrug. Maybe I'll ask someone what it is later. Maybe I'll ask this guy. Does this guy know what it is? I'll ask him. What are those?
What? The vulture?
No, the dragon things over there.
Ah, she is Wicked Claws. She is a protector of our people.
Wicked claws.
She may be old, but she has many, many years left still.
Of course. I'm glad she's watching over us.
What kind of creature is she?
I believe she is a dragon. Dragonne.
Ah, okay. I was like, is he pronouncing dragon funny? Or is he... I see. Okay.
I believe technically her type of creature did not make it into the remaster because it is probably something that belongs to the OGL.
Ah, one of those.
Yes, I think it may have been some kind of weird joke that Gygax came up with.
Yeah, that guy. Oh, hello, Trini.
All right. Well, you guys go into your tent. It's a nice and spacious tent. I didn't put anything in it, but you have plenty of room and space. Like, there's some... it looks fairly unused. There are some animal furs lining the floor. There are some jugs of water. A few barrels containing like some food, like salted meats and things.
I think I would just enjoy being out of the heat.
Yeah, very much so.
Oh,
Yes, it is
damn,
much
I saw
cooler
the
in here.
hat.
Woo!
Well, that could have gone worse. Shields from
I feel
Flame
like that
says
went
with a
pretty
sigh.
well.
How much
Honestly.
trouble have we made by just coming here? I want to understand how angry Thousand Bones might be.
I can't imagine he'd be that angry. You did
Hmm.
save his grandson, after all.
That's fair. They seemed upset that. And what was that word they were using to describe us?
Oh, Shamek. Tshamek.
Mm.
Shaman.
It means outsider.
Hmm.
Yes.
Tracks.
Shamek are not normally allowed here on hallowed grounds, but I can vouch for you, and I'm sure Thousand Bones won't mind. They do have a guest tent, after all.
That's fair. Well, hopefully he'll know something about this weird new crown the queen picked up.
All right. So you have like a bit of time here. Do you want to do anything or ask about anything before Thousand Bones shows up?
Are there any rites or rituals we're supposed to observe while we're here, even if we're not supposed to be here? Would rather not piss them off on accident.
Oh, as long as we stay out of their way, it should all be fine. Don't go sneaking out, touching any graves.
Yeah, I think we can do that much at least.
the Scone tribe cares a great deal about our ancestors and preserving their legacies, so not insulting the dead, generally taking care of the land, that sort of thing. I can't imagine that you do anything really to upset them.
Don't plan to, just want to be sure.
All right. Well, you make some chit chat for a bit, and after 35 minutes, there is a rustling at the tent flap, and Thousand Bones steps in. He's got a wide smile on his face. Ah, Felix. It has been some time.
Indeed. Thank you for coming, agreeing to see us, and letting us this tent to get out of the heat.
Yes.
Of course, I hope my people were kind to you. And you as well, Regan.
Yes. Hello. They were as kind as I would be in the same situation, yes.
Yes, I know my people can be difficult, but I assure you, I come to you as a good friend. Actually, I do have something for you. And he's got a satchel around, like strapped around his chest, and he'll kind of pull it over in front of him, and fish around for some things. Where did that go? Here we go. Yeah, it's gonna look like more Thousand Bones, but
Yay.
Central Thousand Bones is your set of gifts. He unfurls a satchel of leather, and inside are some neatly packed items. 6 greater healing potions, a scroll of Bonewall Bulwark, a scroll of Spiritual Torrent, a wand of Create Water, and a small case with a set of Shawanti war paints, along with like a little scroll detailing how they work. I had a vision that you would come, so I thought it might be appropriate to thank you more earnestly than when last we met. Gaken now rests in his proper place, thanks to you.
Thank you. And it's kind of you to offer it was and give us things that are of practical use. Felix says as he grabs the wand of Create Water. Hopefully we'll put this to good use.
I hope so. While they are potentially of practical use to you, they have long outlived their usefulness to me, sadly. Now, I am told that you are here for more than just pleasantries.
Indeed. We were actually hoping you would help answer some questions of history, as the city of Corvosa seems to reach a new and weirder phase in the takeover by the Queen.
I have heard rumblings of strange affairs in the city. A disease, for instance. Tell me of what happened. And we can skip the explanation. Just tell me to what detail level you explain things to him.
I think like we would take the time to tell the story in detail from our perspective, like the fact that we had to dig around the city to understand the cause of the disease, and then ultimately help Regan invent a cure. And I think the level of detail we would like kind of get to is really touching on the fact that there seems to be some grander scheme that's playing out around the city, that all has some tie back to the Queen, from the creation of the Queen's own personal guard to the seemingly staged plague's arrival through a fake boat, and then ultimately end on the question on the retelling of the incident when the Queen got an arrow to the head, and how just impossible that is.
Troubling. Very troubling indeed.
Indeed. And all of this seemingly arriving together with the Queen sporting a brand new crown, something that has never been seen on her person before, and with a design that seems not of this time, like a set of fangs. Or teeth. Fangs or teeth.
I was gonna say, or teeth, because it is teeth.
Midnight teeth.
Midnight teeth.
Midnight's teeth. Interesting. And I suppose this is why you come to us, to seek
Indeed.
more information.
Simply put, what we could dig up found nothing. If this is an item from the past, it is from a past that we have no records of.
He furrows his brow and seems to be searching his memory for anything of that name. You're all seated in a circle, and he's seated there with you. He's like laid down his jangly bone staff, and his eyes are white, lacking in irises. You already knew from before that he is blind, but he still seems to kind of look about the room. Exactly what he is seeing, you're not sure. I wonder. I'm afraid that perhaps I am unable to help you in this myself, but I should convene a council here. Perhaps the chief may know more.
If they're willing to speak to us, that would be fine. We can wait.
Of course. One Life is a trusted friend of mine. He will listen to you if I have vouched for you. Do you have the time?
Of course. We're happy to go to wherever they are and to ask for their help. That's why we came all the way here to even speak with you.
Their duties keep them busy till nightfall, but they should return here. I will send word for them.
Thank you.
He thinks to himself some more. Midnight's teeth. truly does sound like some sort of dark magic.
And like, while that's a name that we have, we're not certain that that's really the only name, because there's stuff in the castle and in the keep within that is so old that it could have just been assigned a name by some scholar over the years. Like, the thing that we have record of is the queen spending a lot of time going into and out of the... I'm trying to remember the word they used.
The Mastaba?
Treasury?
I
What
do
would
know
have been
that
what would have been the Mastaba?
our people did keep a great deal of artifacts there before yours did. As you know, my people have dwelt where your people live now not so long ago. We remained there for many generations. But across the centuries, my people have always kept the lore of our ancestors in mind, passing that knowledge to new generations. Yet, when Cheliax came, with the war, and drove us to the Cinderlands, we fought, and many of us died. Many of those who died took that knowledge to their graves. I'm afraid there may not be many left who still carry that oral tradition alongside them. But if they do, perhaps one life knows.
Hopefully. I'd say the leads are starting to get thin, and if they don't know, then a grim future for Corvosa might be at hand.
And the grim fate for all of us should Corvosa fall to the Queen's tyranny.
No doubt. I somehow don't think she would be satisfied with just the city.
Nor I. Thousands Boat says, shaking his head in disapproval. But we will do what we must to see that does not happen in our lifetimes. He then writes his staff and uses it to stand. Come sunset, the council will convene here at the Great Fire. We will do our best to aid you with what information we can.
Thank you.
He nods and smiles again. No. Truly thank you. And your friend, the one who retrieved the body, Mayhem. Do tell him I appreciate his efforts. And if you would, share some of those gifts with him.
We'll make sure he gets the message.
I forgot he was dressed up as Blackjack.
That's
I was
why
like-
he's been kind of quiet, because he's like, I don't actually know this guy as Blackjack, so we're just gonna...
Well, I was like,
Yeah,
why
Thousand
did we
Bones has
greet
largely
him?
just been addressing just Felix
Yeah.
and Regan here.
Yeah.
I was
He
curious.
does
I was
know-
like, is he snubbing him?
He knows Shields from Flame as well, so
Okay.
he's made some interactions with her, but you get the sense that their relationship is more like she just knows who he is, and not that they have like a really close friendship or anything. All right, but with that, Thousand Bones will leave the tent. I've put the items over here if you want to
Yeah,
take
I'm
stuff.
looking
Yes,
at the
the other
different war
1,000
paints.
bones.
They're pretty cool. They're pretty cool stuff.
Yes, the various Shawanti war paints are kind of like what are they? They're oils. They take 10 minutes to apply, and the effect lasts for a full 24 hours. And they all do different things. The red war paint gives you 10 resistance to fire damage. Orange gives you 5 resistance to physical damage. Yellow, what does yellow do? Gives you dark vision and perception bonuses.
Mhm.
And lets you see through concealment and hiddenness and stuff with a focus action. Green war paint boosts the power of Courageous Anthem, Rallying Anthem. Blue war paint gives you a 10-foot item bonus to speed. Silver war paint gives you a bonus to AC. White gives you void resistance, 5 void resistance, and +4 to saves versus drained. And if you do happen to get drained, it can remove a level of drained. And then black war paint gives you concealment. So these are unique items that the Shawanti know how to make. And in fact, while you are here, because you've been such good friends to Thousand Bones, he also informs you that you will be able to do trading with the Scone Qua here. I'll put this here as well. You can access this at any time, but this is just the traders here at the shop, or at the Scone Qua HQ. They have various things for sale. They can give you Scone Qua tattoos, various other tattoos. They have some runes that are deal with like ghost touch and astral runes. They sell some of the war paints as well. They can produce black, white, and silver. And they've got various other like scrolls and spells, boxes of unspoiling, a couple different staves. They have some unique weapons like the Char and the Earthbreaker and the Totem Spear, as well as the Horse's Longbow and the Spiked Bola, which are all Shawanti weapons. That store is going to be on the world map as well, so you can access it anytime you pass through here.
Okay, very neat. Earthbreaker's a fun weapon.
Yeah, bottled sunlight.
Yeah.
Yes, these Shawanti here have to deal with the undead from time to time. So bottled sunlight helps with that. Okay, but yeah, you're given some time here to yourselves.
Just
2 p.m.
gently rating the pile of goodies.
Yeah, feel free to take whatever you desire. About 2 hours later, you start to hear a little bit of a commotion outside.
Oh dear.
Do you want the one that's water? Sorry, it's not an occult spell.
Oh,
Oh, are you guys picking things?
If you have trick, yeah, sorry. If you have trick magic,
I'll let you do that
that's fine. But just I was looking through them.
I'll put that back now.
And Bonewall Bulwark can be both, and the scroll you took is the only one you can use though.
Yeah.
I can't use that one.
Feel free to take the rest. I think it's all yours.
Alright,
Yeah,
sorry
same goes
to
for the
interrupt.
paints that are left. Those are for you all. I already have 5 resistance to a lot of things just from my class, so the extra resistance is not as useful. The AC is nice though, but I think my item bonus comes from my armor instead. So
Yeah, I'll grab the AC bonus.
Oh, did I make it an item bonus?
I mean, it would be an item bonus, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You did, but also yes.
Is that what I want? I think I want it to be a status bonus, not an item bonus. Because you get
Then I
item
might just
bonuses
buy
from the runes. Then what?
Yeah. I might just buy some then. It's a good
Okay.
thing to have extra. Like, somebody else can have the one we've got, and then I might just pick some up later.
Okay, let me.
'Cause I did
let
see
me
that was for
fix
sale.
Change it to status bonus here, and change the effect. So we want the war paint. Status bonus to AC. Status bonus to AC. I want it to be able to stack with plus item runes. Or your normal runes. I forgot those were item bonus. I think I thought about this and then I didn't do it. I have to fix them in the store. Where is it? Silver Shawanti War Paint. Delete that. Replace it with this one. Drag that there. Who took the Silver Shawanti War Paint?
I think I did.
I'm just going to replace yours with fixed version. That. Alright. There we go. That one should be an item bonus. Or status bonus. Okay. Alright, with that sorted, all the gifts are taken, so I'll delete that. I'm going to move the Scone Claw Trader. Well, no, I'll just leave it there. It's fine. Okay, so a couple hours later, as you guys have settled in here, you start to hear a bit of a ruckus outside. Sounds like horses, and then someone shouting angrily in Shawanti.
I believe I understand Shawanti. I'm not sure if anyone else does.
I'm sort of in I think I had a language that I hadn't accepted, Jason, because I didn't fix my character sheet. But I don't know that enough time has actually happened for me to have fluency in
Pick up Shawanti.
Yeah.
We'll say you can pick up bits and pieces. Functionally, you have Shawanti, but you're just still kind of learning it.
Understood. And like emotion comes through sometimes regardless of language. So angry people shouting is kind of universal.
Yeah. You see Shields from Flame. She gets an expression over her face. It's one of part fear, part shame. She lowers her hair or her head and like puts a few fingers at her forehead and like scrunches her eyes. Oh no.
Oh, who gives you that kind of headache?
Blackjack and Felix, you can hear
Shamek? You dare let Shamek stay in the guest tent?
I have a
Well,
feeling you're
apparently
about to
we were
see
not
for
invited.
yourself, Shield says,
Mhm.
wincing her eyes.
It's a lot of yelling.
You hear a bit of shoving and people moving, scuttling out of the way. And I'm sorry, Kojun, but I can't allow you to... I can't allow Shamek to be here in our hallowed space. and the tent flap opens, and you see a Shawanti man there in front of you. Let's see, show you him. He's got bright white tattoos. He's very, very fit, very ripped. He's got some cool, like yellowed bone armor and red scaled armor on his shoulders and on his what do you call leg bracers? Bam braces? Is that the correct term? I think so. And he's dragging a massive, bloodied Earthbreaker behind him, one of the massive, like, spiked Shawanti warhammers. And he looks furious.
Excited.
Do I have something specific for him?
This is the part where if we need to do something to calm him down, Shield for Flame, that would be good to know.
I don't know if we can. And this guy turns to the Shawanti that was guarding your door.
Tell me, why do we harbor these Shamik trespassers here?
And then you hear another footsteps from someone else from behind this angry person, and another man, similarly bald, as many Shawanti choose to shave their heads. Let's show you him. He's got very intense tattoo of teeth over his own mouth, as well as a really intense skull on his shoulder.
Tell me, Crojun, when did the Sklarqua become the judges of who trespasses upon the Kallow Mounds, where the ashes of our fathers lie?
The man, seemingly called Crojun, spins around to look at this other person.
Your words change the question, One Life. These ones brings trouble to the Cinderlands, and you know it. The coming days shall reveal to all of us who was right about them.
Thousand Bones then kind of follows, or like steps out into where you can see him.
Perhaps, Thousand Bones adds, but not today, and not here. Would you have word that Berek's burial was tainted by bloodshed? Get back to your sun shaman?
Crojun pauses and kind of, he's like clenching his teeth, and you can see his neck kind of like pop and strain with anger. But then he just lets out a loud sigh and switches to a cordial grin.
You misunderstand me, Thousand Bones. My grief has wounded my words. But see to it that no Shamek defiles our memories here.
He pulls a thin leather loop from one of his packs that he's carrying.
Actually, certainly, though, guests of the Scone Qua must be brave to come this far, right? You wouldn't mind if I tested their courage, would you?
One Life looks to Thousand Bones, and Thousand Bones sighs.
I'm sure they will meet your expectations,
he says with some level of resignment.
Good. You hear that, Shamek?
He says, switching to common. He had been speaking in Shawanti that whole time.
Yeah, it's like, no.
Hear what?
2 hours' time, a game of sredna. Any of yourselves versus me.
Game of what now?
Sredna. They come here and they do not know of our traditions.
Fools. And he stomps off.
Well,
Yeah, I'd turn to Stone Shields from Flame and ask,
what is
Yeah.
so what do we get to play?
He's challenged you to a game of sredna. I can explain.
And she looks at Thousand Bones, who's standing in the doorway, who looks very apologetic. I'm sorry, friends.
I trust Shields can do the explanations. That we will speak after the contest.
No problem. They seemed very upset by us being here. That wasn't our intent, but hopefully we can settle this with a game.
I trust you will be able to.
He says with a smile, and he'll close the tent flap and walk away with one life.
Oh, maybe this is like knife seas, Regan says.
Oh boy. I mean, if it's like Knife Seas, I should be okay, but what sort of rules does this involve?
Well,
And Shields will start to explain to you the rules, and I will explain them myself. So a game of Sredna involves a long, not super long, a leather strap that's very rigid. It is put behind, so you have two people, they face each other, they sit on their knees, looking dead at each other. You take this leather loop and put it behind like the soft part of the back of the head of both participants. And then you effectively play tug of war, trying to pull back and force the other one to bow their head. And whoever bows their head first is the loser.
Okay.
It's not a lethal game, but it can be very painful. It's not a part of your body that you would like to get injured terribly.
No, not really. Oh boy.
And for our purposes, there are the game takes place in rounds. Each round, the first 3 rounds are just setting up. They call them breaths. You have 3 breaths to just try to stare down and spook or analyze your opponent. It's kind of like the prep phase. You're not allowed to move, and throughout this whole thing, you're not allowed to use your hands or your feet or anything else. You can only use your neck. And after the first 3 rounds are done, you've done your intimidation. You then move on to the actual contest of strength. And whoever is able to get the other person to lower their head, ends up being the winner. And from that point, you can use any. You do athletics checks. I'll give you the specific list of checks you can do for this. But you'll do the athletic contest. You can use any abilities that are like purely mental or don't involve using your hands or feet. That's the basic gist of it. And you'll both have HP, and you're trying to reduce the other person to 0 HP.
Sure. Okay. Oh. Not normally my kind of game, but I think I understand well enough. I don't suppose anyone else really has a desire to strap their head against someone else's and make them bow before you.
I feel like I would immediately be thrown. I don't think I would bow. I think I would be tossed over that guy's shoulder like a rag doll.
I similarly don't think that I am necessarily on the part of the team that is part of the physical contest. I can cheer you on. We'll play some great music.
I appreciate it, I suppose. But yes, should be all right. Let me just get some stretches in before we do this, but we've got a couple hours, I think, so.
Do you... Shields from Flame. Do you know if this guy's, what his strategy is? Do you know this guy? Have you seen him play this game?
I know him too well. He is one of our strongest warriors in the Sun Clan. He is known as eats what he kills.
Hmm.
He's stubborn to a fault. Not that I can blame him. He had a rather tumultuous upbringing. It is said that he managed to get revenge for his entire sub-tribe after they were killed, kidnapped, and enslaved by orcs. As the story goes, he met some old sorcerer in the mountains and learned from him the ways of the what's his style actually called? I'm blanking on his style. Can I find it? The way of the Thunder and Fang. It's a unique fighting style that allows him to use his Earthbreaker one-handed while he uses his offhand to fight with his claw. And the claw is like it's like a skull of a great beast, usually with some kind of large like dagger or short blade embedded in it. And I can show you what he looks like again. He's got that setup going. But it's a very complicated and difficult style to learn because normally this is the Earthbreaker is very decidedly a two-handed weapon. Yet he has mastered the art of using it in one hand.
Ooh. So he has a strong neck.
Oh yes, very much so. But he is a man of honor. He'll play fairly.
That was going to be my other questions. If he is known to, like, win by any means necessary, or if he would be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna do it straight."
No, he's a man of great pride. But he is fair, for all that his hot-headed temper is worth.
Well, then we'll do this fair, I suppose. Just going to stretch and practice a bit beforehand.
All right.
Is this like a fun activity, or is everyone going to be stoic and very serious?
It'll be fun for most people.
What happens if we lose?
That is a good question.
Shame.
Is it just shame?
I think it's mainly a matter of his respect.
We have nowhere to go but up, I feel. 'Cause he does not seem to respect us at all right now. In fact,
That's
he
true.
seems pretty negative.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like somebody we really want to piss off, but since we already have, hopefully we can improve on that.
Yeah, it seems like just us being here was enough to piss him off. So hopefully we can work our way back to neutral.
All right. Oh, you had something to say?
No, just thumbs up to Blackjack. I have to keep remembering. I have to keep looking at the icon and be like, which one do I
At-
say?
Blackjack?
Blackjack will do a great
Okay.
job.
Well then, once you are ready, someone will come to your tent to confirm that you're ready to accept the challenge.
Yes, I will accept this challenge.
And then a big crowd forms. I'm not going to put everyone out here, but
There aren't 70 tokens, Jason. What's going on?
okay,
I
Imagine-
expected a big crowd.
fine.
See, did he have any war paint on? Should you have war paint on?
You certainly can if you want.
Is there one that would be helpful?
The only one that might be helpful would probably be the AC bonus, but maybe.
It would not be helpful here.
Then no.
Yeah, I don't know if any of them are
As I
actually
will-
helpful for this.
Explain the
No, I don't
rules,
think
in slightly more detail. Okay. So let's see. We'll put Mayhem here. And where did I put Eats What He Kills? Here it is. Eats What He Kills. The gang's all here. Here are some more Shawanti. There's other Shawanti over here on this side, including 1,000 Bones and 1 Life. All right, and let's see. Okay, I could have centered these. Whatever. All right. So through breaths 1 through 3, I put these down here. On your turn, Mayhem, you can either growl, which is an intimidation check, which will lower their stamina, or you can try to focus and do a will save to increase your stamina.
Okay.
Stamina are the number of points before. If you hit 0 stamina, you lose. Then for breaths 4 and onward, on your turn, you can either pull, brace, or yank. It's kind of rock, paper, scissors-y. Pull beats yank, brace beats pull, yank beats brace. Pull is like you pull back, do an athletics check to try to pull their neck forward. Bracing yourself is just like clenching all of your muscles, trying to resist their pull. And yanking, that's a fortitude save to do brace. And to yank is to do a deception check to try to kind of psych them out and pull when they're not expecting it.
Right.
And then allies. During any given round, you can cheer, jeer, or analyze. You can, if you cheer, it's a diplomacy check, and that'll give Blackjack a bonus if you succeed to his check or save. You can try to jeer, doing an intimidation check or deception check or something similar, to try to psych out Eats What He Kills and reduce the DC. Or you can try to analyze what's going on and guess at what Eats What He Kills is going to do, which might let you give Blackjack a bit of an edge on his turn. All right. Does that all make sense?
can we harm with crowd activity? Like if we got a 1 on any of it.
Yes, if you get a 1, yes, you critical failure can go badly. You won't ruin the game, but you could impose penalties or increase DCs.
What about, and failures can do that too, I assume? Or
Oh
it just
yeah,
doesn't
it's
do
basically
anything?
just critical failures.
Okay,
Regular
just
failures do nothing.
Okay, cool.
If you crit fail a cheer, then the checker save takes a -1 penalty to it. If you crit fail the jeer, then the DC goes up by 1. And if you crit fail the analyze, you might get the wrong answer.
Are we limited to things that we see here in the tableau of activities? Because like
No, you are
I
not.
was- I was wondering if Courageous Anthem would help in this moment.
Yes,
One
Courageous
don't hold?
Anthem. If you do Courageous Anthem, that would be a performance to cheer.
Fair.
But I would allow that performance to cheer to stack with another cheer, since that would be a status bonus instead.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, what
Let's
is like
see.
considered? Is there considered like cheating? So I'm going under the assumption that like spell casting beyond what Felix would do would probably be cheating.
Depends on what you do. I mean, you have subtle spell, so you cast a spell and no one can tell it's you, then it's probably fine. I mean, stabbing either of the participants with
Yeah.
swords or explosions or electricity would definitely be noticed, but things that are more subtle than that are probably fine.
Okay.
You imagine anything that's kind of emotional is all okay.
Yeah.
Just scare him to death.
No.
Okay. So you'll each start with 5 stamina, and there's no real initiative here. So first 3 rounds. Round 1. What would you like to do? Blackjack.
Okay. I think we will start with the growl ourselves. Just try and see if we can out intimidate him to begin with.
All right. Give me an intimidation check.
Could have been better. 28.
28. Where's the see? I wrote down for that. You know what? It helped if I had my notes out. One sec.
Mhm.
For like a fool, I did not put them into the game. And as well. Okay. That is a is 28. That is a success. You reduce his stamina by 1. You growl at him, and he's not expecting you to be so fierce right out the gate. Your second breath. The allies can't help. Sorry, the allies can only help breaths 4 onward.
Gotcha. Okay.
I didn't make that clear.
That's fine. Do I want to try focusing? My will save is not the best. I think we'll continue to try intimidating, and we'll see if we can just completely throw him off of this game.
Okay. He's glaring and growling at you.
I'm going to use a
Cursing
hero,
in Shawanti.
hero point on that roll. if I
Okay.
can.
Yeah. 24. You use a hero point instead.
There's a lot of other numbers that are much higher than a 3, like that one. That's a
It
38.
was almost a 3 again.
That is a critical success. You drain his stamina by 2. He's starting at 2 points. Your third breath.
We will try and focus a little bit. Just take a breath ourselves right before everything is about to kick off,
All right.
and we'll try will save. Neither of those apply, so just a roll. Ooh. It's another 3. That is a 20 even.
Okay, that is a failure. You're not able to keep focused as he's hissing at you.
Yeah.
And the crowd is starting to whoop and holler and get excited. Now that you've both had your third breath, you both start flexing your necks and pull. All right. Top of the fourth breath. Allies go first, and then Mayhem, or
Okay.
Blackjack, rather.
Tully, this guy.
Yes, whoever you are, one of your identities.
One of these people. Allies?
Allies,
Oh.
hello.
I see. We get to go.
Yeah, you
yes.
get to go.
I'll try and analyze.
Okay.
It's just a perception. Bop, bop, bop.
And I'm assuming
So-
with analyze, you're like sending a message of what you think is going on.
Yes.
Don't roll that publicly, actually.
Oh, okay. Should I? Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, analyze specifically.
Because that'd be
can't
very
public.
sad. All right. Let me do it
I'll give you a new roll.
with. It could be worse. That's the best part. Could be worse than that.
It could be
All right,
worse.
we're analyzing and sending messages.
Okay.
Hopefully they're
You're
good.
trying to watch, figure out what he's doing. You're this round. You're not sure.
Okay.
Felix.
I'll start off with Courageous Anthem and do that performance check. See if I
All right.
can.
Give him a
Cheer on.
cheer.
Yeah. Get the crowd
DC.
excited. Make everyone get out of their seats.
DC's 15.
Question marks.
Oh. That is a critical success. You rolled diplomacy. But
shit.
either way, it's still a really good number. It's critical success. Go ahead and take a +3.
All right. That's really helpful. I think we're going to start with a brace in this instance.
Give me a fortitude save, and you can. You have guessed correctly, so get a +2 on that.
Oh.
Right out the gate, he tries to go for a pull.
And we just trying to hold our neck steady. Oh my gosh, these dice. 29.
29. That is versus. That is a failure.
Mhm.
You lose 1 point of stamina. As he pulls back, and you brace yourself, but he's really strong. He's pulling you forward, but you're clenching. You're clenching hard.
Gonna hold on tight.
Breath 5. Allies.
I'll try to analyze it one more time. See how this goes. My rolls for this aren't the best for any of the choices, unfortunately.
You can try other things, but
I know I will eventually if it's going bad.
okay. You think he's about to yank?
Look, I send that message.
I'll just do some regular cheering this time instead of the casting any kind of performance. But
Okay.
here's
Yeah,
an actual
diplomacy.
performance roll this time. Oh gosh. No, I'm only gonna do the opposite. Just till he
Oh, I
gets
see.
it.
You're just doing opposite today.
No,
okay.
I did not mean to. I'm sorry.
Oh, all right.
I'll fix it.
Roll the one you actually want then.
There we go.
Okay, I got a number. That is a critical success, +3.
All right. Then based off of that, Blackjack's going to try pulling instead, just to see if he can counteract whatever yank this guy might be
Hopefully
doing,
it's
just
a
going off what Regan suggested.
Okay, yeah, you time it correctly. He was in fact going for a yank. Add another +2 to that. So total +5.
All right. Yeah, that's 36.
Just barely, that's a success.
I mean,
You-
great.
You brace. You pull steady and surprise him, and manage to kind of throw him off guard. You nearly get him fully bow his head, but he braces and kind of pulls back. Next round, new breath, allies.
I'll try to analyze again. I feel confident now about. I mean, she feels confident. I don't. I have no idea. So she's like, "Yeah, I
see.
can read this guy. Let's go."
You're fairly confident he's going to pull.
I mean, she is. I'm so nervous. It's all the time. Just like, I don't know. All right, good luck.
And I'll keep the cheering section going.
All right.
Been working so far.
Yeah, that's another critical success on the cheer, +3.
Okay. So if he's going to pull again, we're just going to brace ourselves and try and hold firm against that with the fortitude save again.
All right.
Taking Regan's advice. Was it correct?
Oh,
this
right.
time,
I
or
have to
was it
tell you.
incorrect?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go and add the +2.
Roll this, see if we get a decent number.
my
I'm going to re-roll
God.
that. I'm using another hero point
Yeah,
because I
that
got
was
another 3
28.
tonight. This is the third 3 tonight. Oh, golly. That's a 31.
31 is.
I cannot fucking roll above a 10.
Yeah, that is unfortunately a failure. So you lose a point of stamina
Mhm.
as he holds his ground. His ground. Okay, as you're both pulling, glaring at each other, he's getting mad. You see something light up in his eyes. His neck flexes, all his muscles tense as tight as they can. His eyes, like a fire, lights up in them. He is using rage.
Okay.
All right, allies.
All right, so Jason.
Yes.
It's not gonna. I don't think this is good. So, telekinetic hand can be invisible. So
Yeah.
could I subtly cast it and use it to just kind of prop his head up, give him?
Are you trying to give Blackjack some support?
Yeah.
Sure.
Some support, just like.
Yeah, I would allow. There'd be an Arcana check, I think.
Arcana. All right. Let me do that. Whoosh. A number.
Okay, that's a critical success. I'm gonna say that's kind of like reducing the DC. So
Okay.
you've reduced the DC by 3.
A soft hand.
You've stabilized Mayhem or Blackjack or Tully. You feel something. The ancestral spirits are pushing your head back.
This is uncomfortable, but all right.
Felix.
If I can count, it's been about 3 rounds. Do I need to recast performance to get the stacking bonus with courageous hand them back?
Yes.
Cool. Let's do that thing.
All right, that is another critical success. So add your +3 to the roll.
Okay. And without having that extra bit in my head, we're just going to take a guess that in getting angry, he's bracing himself for something coming up, and we're going to try yank. And see if we can just throw him off since he's busy focusing as he gets into this rage.
You guessed correctly.
Ooh,
Oh, good.
so stressful.
+2. So +5 total, and then
Yank.
there's a -3 on the DC.
Which is good, because this is actually not his best skill here. Do I use my last hero point? No, we're going to keep that at a 36 total.
That is a success. You this was yank. Okay. Yeah, his eyes go up white. He's putting in everything he can. All his muscles tense. You read correctly that he's gonna try to brace himself hard, and potentially like pull back right after. You feel the stabilizing force give you enough strength to pull back, and as you're pulling, he's starting to like kind of froth a little bit at the mouth. No, and then you pull his head flat, and you hear kind of like cracking of bone as he's forced to bow, and everyone cheers, whoops, and hollers as you have won the game.
Whew. That was definitely worth all of my hero points. His respect is going to be super important going forward, you guys, so
I believe.
I'm glad that we got it.
Yeah.
We
This
got
is
it
our
here.
new best friend, obviously.
Yes.
I don't think it was a waste.
Krojun cracks his neck back and forth, sits up, and puts out a hand. You pull
Blackjack
like an
will clasp it.
aurochs in heat, little Shamek. Well done.
Oh, you just certainly didn't make it easy. We'll clasp his hand and then help each other up to our feet. Proper.
Well, I'm sure I'll be seeing more of you in the coming days. I'll be keeping my eyes on you, Shamek. Come, Burn Riders! And he gestures towards a group of Shawanti who are all sitting in a group here. He called them his Burn Riders.
Ooh.
They're dressed in reds. They've got deep red tattoos, red war paint, and Earthbreakers at their sides. And they all mount up and leave.
Blackjack's gonna kind of sidle up to Shields from Flame real quick. So, I didn't just make him more mad by winning, right?
No, I think he actually quite enjoyed that.
Glad somebody did. Ugh, my neck. Ah.
Oh no.
Thousand Bones approaches. If you don't mind, I could heal that for you.
You know, I'd appreciate it. That was... I'm not used to having to pull people into a bow that way. Usually I just kick them in the stomach and they bow over that way. But it seems a little less violent, somehow.
Well, you proved yourself well, friend. And he taps your forehead with his staff bones, and you can feel the tension in your neck start to ease and fade as you cast Restoration.
Oh, that's much better. Oh. Regan, can you cast magic like this more regularly? Because that would be really useful. Oh.
What the fuck is your problem? I just see your head. It's like, are you serious? I heal you all the time. It's like off
Regan is
screen.
literally
Just
just-
hear that.
Hitting him. Big bag of books, just whacking him with it. All the time I heal you.
all the time. I'll break your neck again.
Oh, please don't.
If you'll all excuse us, my fellow warriors, we must speak to the Shamek alone, says One Life as he gets up and gestures to the others. And you see all the other Shawanti disperse. Save for one woman behind him. She is an older woman. Looks like maybe she could be in her 70s or 80s, but she's clearly a warrior. She's very fit, strong. She's tall. She's like 6.5, or like 6 and 6 feet and a half. Yeah. She's wielding an earthbreaker over her shoulder, and she's got typical tattoos of this tribe, the Skonquaw. I'm very annoyed that they put the Skonquaw and the Sklarquaw so close together. I always have to double check it. But yeah, then One Life gestures for you all to come around the fire. Let's sit on the side, sure. My own sanity. I'll move all of this hidden text that you guys can't see out of the way. Alright, and shields and Trinio. Okay.
Thank you for letting us throw your day into disarray with our visit.
Please, it is fine, One Life says with a smile. It is not often that we get such entertainment in these parts. I am told of your exploits, of what you did for our young one. Thousand Bones nods.
We thank you for taking the time to help us try and do more good for the area, and that any information that you have about what is going on in Corvosa could help us prevent a lot of other people from being hurt.
And help you I shall, to the best of my ability. Thousand Bones told me of these midnight teeth that you are interested in. I am aware of them to a degree. I was told the story once long ago. But to our people, these teeth have another name. I
What's that
believe
name?
they are known as the Fangs of Kazavon.
I will do the Fangs of
Yeah.
Kazavon. Kazavon.
Oh, Bon. B.
When he says the name, he almost whispers. Sorry. No, that's V. V. I type it that.
B.
Kazavon with a V. Oh, V and B are right next to each other on the keyboard. That's awkward.
They sure are. And they sound similar.
They do. That's dangerous.
I believe the two may be one and the same, but this name, Savon, is... Well, many Shawanti believe that to repeat such a name aloud is to preserve the evil. I'm afraid that the stories that I've heard are fragmented and at the bare edges of my recollection. And I believe, as you have been informed, many of our old lore keepers did not survive the conflicts with your people. I suspect you seek the minds of a rare few. The Sun Shamans of the Sklarqua, I believe, may hold the secret. They alone preserve the history of the Shawanti time in the lands you now call Korvosa. But I'm afraid they do not readily share this information with Shamek, or even fellow Shawanti, for that matter.
Thousand Bones then speaks up.
That is why I had a suggestion. If you were to build up your names amongst our people, earn proper respect amongst the clans, then even the eldest of the Sun Shamans would agree to provide the knowledge that you desire.
Makes sense. We are a bunch of strangers who suddenly walked into this land, and while Thousand Bones, you know us, we're strangers to everybody else.
Do I have to play Sredna with everyone?
Ooh.
No, but I suspect that has already gone over quite well, and will be quite the boon to you in the coming trials. Our people respect those who do not back down from challenges. Moreover, they respect people who are able to win against overwhelming odds.
I feel
think
like we
we
have
can-
both of those.
Yeah, I think we can move up to those.
One Life then chimes in. If you are to earn our people's respect, then you will need witnesses. Ash Dancer, he says, turning to the woman on his left. Yes, Chief, she says, nodding. I will assign a group of Bone Slayers to them. That should suffice, yes? I think so, he nods. These Bone Slayers will be your witnesses to whatever deeds you accomplish here in the Cinderlands. What assistance they give you is of their own accord. They are merely there to watch you and record your deeds, spread your acclaim amongst our people. They will be... They will not be our greatest warriors, but they should be able to hold their own.
They have their own transport, or should we prepare for allowing them to ride with us? We have some horses, but not spares.
We have plenty of horses of our own, Ash Dancer says, with a nod. They will be able to take care of themselves. Food and provisions will be handled. You may
Oh,
focus
we're gonna
on
miss
your
that
own
on Regan's-
trials.
The multitude of soup that Regan makes.
So much. I don't think it's
I'm
enough.
sure they will not turn down a good meal.
We'd be happy to travel with them. And I guess the question I would have is who exactly needs our help, and how can we make a name for ourselves amongst the tribes?
I will leave the suggestions to you, Thousand Bones. One Life says he stands. I have other duties to attend to. And he will get up and walk away. Ash Dancer also stands. I will go see about recruiting a squad for you. And she walks away as well. And then Thousand Bones will approach your side of the campfire to get closer. Yes, well, there are a great deal of ways to improve your favor amongst our people, he says as he sits back down beside the fire. Let's see. I just need to pull them up. That is not the right map. Let's see. There are many ways to earn respect. One of the hardest, I imagine, is to become an enemy's Nalharest. Nalharest. It is one thing to defeat one's enemies in battle, but it is another thing to earn that enemy's respect. I suspect if you are able to convince Eats What He Kills to find you a friend of the Shawanti, that perhaps he could declare you a Naharest, which may be a great boon indeed to your chances. A simpler method would be to slay great enemies of the Shawanti, participate in great hunts. You could ask around to our people to see what creatures or enemies may be in the area. But they must be great foes, dangers to yourselves and the tribe alike. There is no honor to be earned from slaying weaker foes. Doing so might take a great deal of time, however. There are not an infinite number of enemies in our lands. It might be possible to recreate a great hero's accomplishments. Many of our members respect the heroic deeds of the past, and to mimic the accomplishments of a legendary hero is to honor that hero's memory, and in turn honor the rest of us.
Who would be an example of that? Just out of curiosity.
Well, perhaps have you heard the tale of Shurak? Shurak.
I Alex the person don't. I don't know that Felix would. Although,
Yeah.
like doing language learning, you probably would have picked. Felix probably would have picked through, like fairy tales and like stories told to children. As so, if it's one of those, then Felix maybe might run into it.
Yeah, you could give me a society check then.
Question mark.
You got some. Did you end up getting a Shawanti book recently?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I purchased
Life
what's
in the
its
Claws.
name? Yeah.
Yes, you've been skimming Life in the Claws or doing some perusal. You do remember mention of Shirok. They were a great warrior of the Sklarqua. And you remember something vague about them getting swallowed by a great beast?
Shirak. Do we have to be swallowed by something?
Yes, Well, are your friends familiar? Or I can skip
Please.
the details.
I barely remember the details. Please tell the story.
Well, Shurok himself was a great warrior and a greater traitor to the Sklar. He slew his brother and a man of even greater courage, sorry. Sometimes I can't read given my blindness and all. To the Sklarqua family, I can read. To the Sklarqua, family is purity. Crimes against family are the greatest one can commit. Although Shurok claimed that the death was an accident that occurred while he and his brother were hunting, others spoke of murder and spawned of jealous rage. Shurok was declared a shamek by the Sun Shaman and cast out, but before Shurok left, he said that he would be born again and return to his tribe. And then he did. He went to the great killing grounds of Cindermaw, the Clan Eater. Shurok walked up to the great beast, carrying only his dagger, and without fear he dove into the beast's mouth and cut his way out. He returned to the clan and declared that he had been reborn, and that his misdeeds were left behind in the cleansing fire of Cindermaw's belly. The legend says that the Sun Shaman accepted this, and Shurok's time as a shamek was spoken of no more.
If you were to recreate something
Big are
like
these
this,
Cindermaws?
there is but one
feel like-
Cindermaw, and he is a great
Ah.
beast indeed. Many times your size. He lives out to the west.
Really don't want to have to do that alone.
Maybe that's the one we can work our way up to.
We'll see. There may be other challenges other legends we can try and recreate.
Is this a different Cindermaw than the one that he cut out of? There's one Cindermaw. This isn't. Did Cindermaw die when he cut his way out? There's a different one.
No, Cindermaw still lives.
Oh.
So we
And
can
that
actually
is the-
slay Cindermaw.
No, I'm afraid if you were to slay Cindermaw, that might incur great wrath of our people.
So,
Cindermaw
you must
is
very
not an
carefully-
enemy of the clans.
You must very
Ah.
carefully cut your way out, but you must not injure Cindermaw
Or kill it.
bravely in this process.
Correct. The
Oh, you just-
recreation of the deed must be as close to the legend as possible. It is a dangerous task, obviously, and not one I would
Yes.
recommend lightly, but it is a possibility. On the easier side of things, you could seek out one of the truth speakers.
Who are they?
They are those of us who have lived many lives without lie, and who have achieved the gift of only speaking the truth, after decades spent in chastity, self-control, and introspection. They are truth embodied. Could you speak with a truth speaker and earn their endorsement, then that would certainly go far in Sun Shaman's eyes.
I imagine they're not readily easy to find, though.
No, I do know of one, a man named Akram. He lives to the northwest with the Lyrun Kwa, Clan of the Moon. I gave you his real name. What's his? I guess that's just what he goes by. Okay. All Shawanti have two names. They have their like kind of personal name and then their like title name. I do not know if Akram still lives or if he would even agree to endorse you, but it is worth a try. There is also the Thrall Keeper's mark. Back in ancient times, our people were kept as thralls to the old masters of the plains, or of the Cinderlands. There's an old ruin, acropolis of sorts, that the Shawanti voyaged to earn the Thrallkeeper's mark there, as proof of their bravery. I've never dared enter the ruin myself, but I have seen the results. Those who come out bear the seven-pointed sigil of the Thrallkeepers.
Just like an ornate sort of star, or...
Yes, it is an old rune. The last idea I have... Oh, continue.
I was just clarifying, if we can find some of these marks, those can be something to be destroyed or to be turned in for reputation, as it were.
To gain the Thrallkeeper's mark upon your skin is to prove great worth at the shrine, or at the Acropolis.
I see.
I cannot tell you what the trial entails, for I've not done it myself. Legends speak of great heroes who have accomplished this task in the past on their journeys to becoming great warriors. Achieving it yourselves could prove valuable in its own right, and would certainly grant you much respect. And my last thought... My last thought is that you could attempt to take the trial of the totem with the Sklarqua out in Fireford.
What is the trial of the totem?
It is a difficult trial. You must carry totems to a distant hill and survive in the heat. If you're able to do it, then the tribe will accept you.
Fairly straightforward, but we might need to prepare ourselves for such an adventure. Felix turns to look at the person clad entirely in black leather.
Yes, we'll have to see about that.
I've done it myself when I was younger, Shield says, kind of sheepishly. It is sort of a coming-of-age thing, at least for members of the tribe who are born into it. For new members, it's more of a hazing.
Of the options presented, which would actually, like, both grant us some recognition and to some degree help people? Like, things like dragging totems out into arbitrary places seems more like a hazing, but I could imagine if we could do something about maybe the wraith whose warning we saw on the way in, that actually might do a little bit more.
You speak of the Cinderlander. I'm told they have not been seen in some time. Were you to find and defeat such a foe, that would count as defeating a great enemy of the tribe.
If they weren't seen for some time, why was there a warning on our way in?
Thousand Bones shakes his head. I've not heard of such warning. If it is as you say, then perhaps the Cinderlander has returned. Which would mean dark times indeed. They are a brutal killer. Men, women, children, they spare none in their rampage.
Is there any legend about where they might dwell if we were to go looking?
He shakes his head. No, for if there were, we would have done something about whoever this is long ago. But perhaps that is the problem to begin with. Some say that this wraith is a creature of our own making. Someone with such hatred for the Shawanti that we must have done him some, or them, him, them, they, some great service, or disservice. I can speak. Some great disservice in the past. The wraith may simply be karma for evil deeds done.
If we don't necessarily know where it dwells, what are sort of the circumstances for an attack? Like, is it people who are far away from the tribe and sort of out in the desert, or are there some specific circumstances when people were attacked?
People were usually attacked at random, as far as we could tell, typically at night, usually when they could be isolated. I've never heard of the wraith attacking those who banded together in the safety of a large gathering.
So go roam the Cinderlands alone at night and just wait.
Perhaps, if you seek such dangers. I cannot say that I would recommend it.
I don't know if it'll be our first choice, but certainly it's an option.
Cinderlander has been around since I was young myself. It has truly returned. I'm like to believe that it too may be, or that it may actually be some sort of wraith. Dark spirit exacting its revenge upon our people.
Well, thank you for all of these potential leads. I think the choice is on us on which one to run down.
Yes, and do ask around. There may be simpler hunts nearby. And he'll start to get up, and he'll see Ash Dancer approaching. With a group of 4. Ah, and there's your escort. Ash Dancer steps forward and lets the group line up. These are the warriors who have volunteered to be our witnesses. And she'll gesture starting from the left here. Lingering Soul, Distant Step, Last Arrow, and Tall Stone. They will watch over you and make sure that you approach the trials with honor and grace, and that you uphold the traditions of the Shawanti people. They will bring their bows and earthbreakers to defend themselves, but it is up to them to act as they see fit. Should harm come to any of them, word will get back to the clans, but we will do our best to honor you as best we can.
Thank you all for agreeing to travel with us and to witness our deeds throughout the land.
Tall Stone, the one on the far right, he just nods stoically, doesn't say anything. The second one from the right, Last Arrow, she's got like a wolf's fur hat on, or wolf's head fur hat. She smiles and, after what you did to Crojan, I'm excited. Distant Step, who the bald man you met before in the valley. I'm looking forward to seeing what you do. And Lingering Soul, the last one, she also just kind of nods quietly. She seems like the youngest of the group. And she's wearing an old, like, aurochs skull helm.
Well,
Right.
you should all take some time to get to know each other, says Thousand Bones. I'm going to return to my own tent for the evening, but good luck in your trials, my friends.
Thank you. We'll need it.
And Thousand Bones and Ash Dancer will leave.
You're welcome to have a seat around the campfire. It's your fire after all.
We're back. Hard drive ran out of space.
Oh, no.
I forgot to delete
Whoopsie.
old episodes. Whoops. All right. Anyway, yeah. If you invite them to come sit around the fire, the group of them will.
Yeah. we'll sit and get to know each other for a bit.
Just ask them, kind of just see what they're coming along for, if this was a volunteer operation or if they were assigned to this task, how they feel about it. Or
Yeah, all
small
all
talkish.
4 of them seem to have volunteered. Lingering Soul volunteered because she's not terribly experienced in battle, and specifically wants to use this as an opportunity to see people potentially fight and get some real training. The other 3 are a little bit more experienced, and are more or less just interested in the group of you. And they've heard your story and are interested in evaluating. Any other questions?
So, yeah, I guess really now it's a question of where do you guys think we want to start with?
Like, I would sort of maybe use our newfound friends to try and figure out which of the tasks would actually have, like, kind of practical impact for people. I feel like there's a lot of honor in going off and recreating great deeds of former heroes, but I'm not necessarily excited about cutting our way out of a beast. I would rather solve some practical problem for people.
You must prove that you are worthy of helping. Our tribes can help themselves well enough.
Fair.
Yeah, for the most part, it sounds like they feel like they don't necessarily need Shamek to help them, like do work for them. And like doing work for them
Understandable.
isn't enough to earn their respect. They could just pay you for that if they wanted mercenaries. But they, I mean, generally speaking, the hunts are the things that are probably the most like helpful, but they're also the things that are going to give you the least amount of respect. And in fact, let's see. Let's go over to our Western Marizia map. And let's throw the respect points up on the board. Here's your respect points. Yeah, you have 0 respect points right now.
Yeah. Did
Add
we
a
get none
certain-
from
Oh no, you will get some
from
in a
Heath?
sec.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry.
So you start with 0. Add a certain number of respect points. Am I allowed to tell you when? I think I can just say. Yes. You need 20 respect points in order to speak with the Sun Shaman. And like get the information you're trying to get. Additional points beyond that is beneficial. You do get a reward or like potential additional rewards for going above and beyond and earning lots and lots of respect, but 20 is the minimum you need. You can also lose respect points, or you can gain kind of negative respect points. If you get 10 negative respect points, the Shawanti fucking hate you and will never do what you want. And you will basically be forced to fight them to get the information.
Okay.
You lose respect mostly by doing bad things. I don't imagine you're going to be doing a lot of that.
Probably not.
But like
So I was
killing
thinking like the
Shawanti.
speed. The speed run route is half as many as required for the negative as is for the positive. So it depends on how easy it is to get the negative if we're trying to speed run this.
I
That
got
would
a
probably
10
be faster,
right
though.
now.
So then it's just a question of how fast that battle is and if we can, optimize for it. But we're not speed running this.
Let's see. Yeah, okay. So you actually earn 1 respect point already for bringing Shields from Flame here. That is in itself like proof that Shawanti are willing to work with you. Additionally, let's see. For Crojune, you get a point for accepting. You get a point for making him rage. And sorry, where's the victory? You get 2 points for winning.
Nice.
Oh wait, sorry. That's 3 points for winning.
Hey,
Even nicer. Put that at 6 then, total?
yeah.
So you started with the six respect points.
Hey!
As for things you can do, so you're at the Kallow Mounds right now. If you wanted to attempt the trial of the totem, that is at the Sun Tribe's settlement of Flameford. That's also where the Sun Shaman is. The next location is the Thrall Keeper's Acropolis, which is kind of northwest of that. So Flameford is northeast of the Kallow Mounds across the Yondapkari River. Northwest of that is the Thrall Keeper's Acropolis, which is where you
We
could
can
go
get
if
like
you wanted.
sweet group tattoos, you guys.
Yeah.
I swear we gotta go get these tattoos.
Yeah, friendship tattoos.
Yeah, absolutely nothing weird about those tattoos at all.
Just a
No, nothing
great
weird.
reminder of our trip up here to the Cinderlands. Together.
North of that is the House of the Moon, where the Lyroon Qua are supposed to be this time of year. That is where you could potentially find the Truth Speaker. Then we have to the west of Flameford is the Feeding Grounds, which is where you can
Sounds
find the
menacing.
ancient Cinder Maw. Should you wish to attempt the recreation of Shirok's legend.
Going in with that dagger to then have to cut my way out.
Must be cleansed by the fires of the tummy.
I mean, it's doable. I have the weaponry. It's just not the best thing.
It would be a really cool story to tell.
I could also die in there.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's why it's a respectable thing.
Yeah.
because I assume most people would die.
Well, yeah. So let me be clear to the people who haven't died in this party before.
Oh yeah.
Multiple times. It was not a pleasant experience. I'm not looking forward to doing it again. That said, I think it could be possible if we have something to defend against, like stomach acid or something, which I have a potion to help with that. So maybe.
What if it's like lava, magma?
I actually do have stuff for fire. I don't have anything for rock. So
I mean,
Physical.
can we just put a good old fashioned death ward on you and good luck, have fun?
Shove them in?
that could be a possibility.
I feel like our version of this is a lot less like respectable already. Just kick them in.
It's as long as you go in and manage to get out without killing it. and I think you have to cut your way through. I can double check on that.
You can't like get pooped out.
There's sometimes it's a swallow enemy, there's a rupture threshold of damage, where if you deal enough damage while you're inside of it, it causes it to retch, or maybe in this case, there might be enough to actually cut through it if I can hit a damage threshold, which makes the dagger the difficult part since it's going to be a low damage weapon to start with. So, we'll see. But that's my thinking as far as mechanically how that would work. And some damage reduction from the acid resistance potion. A death ward would be nice. I think it's
I
doable.
hope it's acid in there. That was my.
Like, if it's not acid, if it's fire, maybe? I've got something for that too, but I don't have... I think I've got one, fire, cold, and acid. So if it's one of those three, I can try it, but I don't have anything else for anything else.
Okay. Yeah, you can do whatever you want to try to simplify the situation. The important thing is that you get in and get out. Like, you have to be swallowed, and then you could get out of it. There's no particular way you need to do that, as long as you're still alive, and it is still alive.
If we, by that I mean Regan and I, who are not being eaten, interfere with this creature while Mayhem is being swallowed by it, does that like invalidate the deed in any way?
Nope.
Okay.
You can do whatever you want. It's not a solo trial.
But he has to cut himself out. We can't help open the hole.
No, you could.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody can. Yeah.
Oh,
The important thing is getting swallowed and then escaping.
Okay.
Okay.
Understood.
It has to be getting cut out.
No,
It does
escaping.
not have to be getting cut out as long as you escape.
All right,
So
so you can get pooped out.
Yeah, it can get pooped out or retched out through the rupture threshold if you want to do it more traditional.
Oh yeah,
and
get
then-
thrown up.
Your imagination's
Otherwise, yeah.
As long
we have
as-
other
Live in there.
tools.
both creatures are still
Activate a
alive at the end.
teleportation spell while I'm in there and just pop out somehow. I don't have any access to teleportation, but
You can make friends with it. Have it
Blue
eat you
sky here.
and throw you up on purpose.
Oh, I
just
really
teach
don't
you
want
to
to point
trick.
out the
Swallow,
fact that
but don't digest.
the unfortunate thing, I have access to teleportation magic.
Oh, so we could have you go in.
I really shouldn't have volunteered that information.
I have
But what-
potions. They're potions I'm happy to share.
So we're hoping to, like, for magic casters of like, you go in, like, if it's smushy in there, I don't know if you can talk or move your arms.
You would probably be treated as restrained or grappled. I don't know how exactly it works off the top of my head. And if so, you would possibly have some like flat check you have to beat to actually manipulate stuff. So
Or you
yes,
can have subtle spell and just cast it.
or just have subtle spell and just cast it.
I mean,
So
here-
Regan is
here's the-
volunteering to be eaten.
Exactly.
I could. I don't know if that'll work well, but I could definitely do it if
Maybe just
Translocate
the-
the wand. You're welcome to borrow it.
I
Oh.
don't know if the wand can I.
I don't know if you can subtle spell a wand.
Regardless,
Maybe.
subtle spell doesn't save you from needing to do flat checks from being restrained, etc.
Manipulate.
Why? No, I'm
Because
actually.
it
I'm
still
genuinely
breaks your
curious.
concentration.
Okay, that's all I was asking. Is like, 'cause
Yeah,
I
yeah.
couldn't think of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just a
okay.
situation where you might not be able to
Where
fully
you're
focus
stressed.
on casting the spell.
Okay.
Yeah, you are
that's
literally being
understandable.
constricted from all sides as you are being digested by what appears to be some sort of worm.
Yeah, just like trying not to freak out and cast a spell versus like I can't. Because I thought restrained of like if I can't move my arms, I don't understand. But it's like, oh, it's a stressful. You can't concentrate.
Yeah, if you're actively swallowed, I think there would still be a
That's
flat
pretty
check
stressful.
probably
Yeah, that makes
if it's particularly constraining.
So
You're
those are
getting
options. I
squished.
do want to track down this Cinderlander.
Yes, tracking down the Cinderlander is certainly an option. That would count as a great enemy. The your Shawanti squadron, they also know of some nearby creatures that you could go after. One is to the southeast, is Faralthos, the Great Chimera. Chimera. Sorry, I say Chimera in my head all the time because I think it's funny, but I did not mean to say that out loud. Faralthos, the Great Chimera, has appeared in the southwest. Some kobolds from the Mindspin Mountains have been encroaching onto the Cinderlands and have brought their pet chimera with them. And they are making trouble and need to be dispatched. Then we have to the northeast, just south of the Yondabkari River, is Silverbeak, the Storm Rock. Normally, rocks are supposed to be over near the Wyvern Mountains to the far west, but this one has ranged out really, really far outside of their normal habitat and has basically found a free-for-all feeding space, tearing through the Auroch like herds. And so it's disrupting the ecosystem and needs to be dealt with. And then the other closest hunt is Hokrim, the Ash Giant. Has been terrorizing nearby people. It's been attacking trade routes from Kermaga. It's been attacking Shawanti from both Flameford and the Kallow Mounds. And I think he seems to be operating from somewhere around the Yondabkari River to the northwest, between here and Flameford. There are other hunts available, but these are the ones that the Shawanti at Kallow Mounds know about. So you could ask other Shawanti to see if they know other things, but this is the info you've got right now.
Should we just start with the southeast and kind of rotate our way northward and just deal with these ones? Is fighting what we want to do, or would we like to try and do this totem run?
Like, we could go all the way up and down as well.
A part of me
Yes.
really wants to go to the House of the Moon and actually like talk to the Truth Teller and see where that goes, because then it also gives us an excuse to go to the Acropolis, and I really want to go there too.
You're right. Get our tattoos. You know,
Oh my god.
get matching tattoos.
Yeah, the tattoos that I know nothing about.
They're going to be really sick tattoos. They're like
Yeah, they're
7
gonna be
points
so
on the star.
cool.
They'll be super unique. I've never seen
They
that done
Does
in my
Regan know
Couldarn
nothing
game.
about them?
freaking- I see. That's the thing that I was trying to figure out, because I don't know. I was looking through
Regan-
my notes.
Reagan did do some looking up of Thassalon earlier.
Yeah.
So
this-
if you thought about it for a little bit now,
Mhm.
you'd be like, oh, right, the Sahedron. That's
Yeah,
the
I
mark of the
couldn't
Rune
rem-
Lords.
Yeah, I couldn't recall if I saw the Sahedron. I have notes about how they definitely existed and were enslaving everybody. And I was gonna ask, like, did I remember that? But since it wasn't in my notes, I'm like, maybe I didn't.
Yeah, I think you would remember that.
Okay.
Would Reagan know if any ill effects of being tattooed or marked with such a sigil?
Well,
I don't
So-
think so. Very little is known about Thassalon, especially at the moment.
I'm like, I think the only jump I can make is if you write any kind of thing on you that might be magic, maybe. But I don't know if that's magic or just like a funny little symbol they have.
You know that both the Shawanti and the Verizians use like magical runes on their skin. And you know that the Thessalonians did have magical runes. So it probably does something magical. If
Yeah.
it's something that you can like earn or gain.
I think that would be my conclusion. I was trying not to insert too much from the previous one of being like,
Right.
I think I could conclude that at minimum, that it maybe does something.
And Mayhem is just like, sick tattoo, brah. So if we want to just head straight for Flameford, then we can check. Do we want to deal with this ash giant along the way, perhaps? Since he seems to be a problem.
Sure.
I'd still also like to track down the Cinderlander, but I'm not sure how that works. If it's some sort of ghost or wraith, as they called it.
Like, I think that for that one, we might need to learn a little bit more to even make a plan, in that it's not clear that it's, how do I put this? It's not clear if it's a creature or a person who's been wronged, or even just the result of other interpersonal stuff we haven't run into yet because we haven't talked to enough people.
You would think that if you wanted to like aggressively go try to track the Cinderlander, then you would probably need to go back to that marker, for lack of a better word, and try to track him from there. At least that's like the immediate easiest way would be to go back to that spiked head and see if you could find any kind of trail.
Let's follow through with the Truth Speakers, or was it Truth Speakers, right? Yes, Truth Speakers. I didn't put it in my notes. And we will do things along the way. If this isn't along the way, we'll come back to it if we have time and need. But we can talk to more people in Flameford. Maybe do this totem thing if that will actually be of value. I don't want to get hazed, but if it earns respect,
I mean,
probably find something a little less leathery. Maybe.
I mean, I'm saying this as a person who's sitting in the rather cool evening, not thinking about how hot it'll be in the daytime. It sounds fun.
Maybe I'll just have you do it then. That sounds like a good plan. I'll
No,
be support
no,
this
no,
time.
No, no. It's
I'm
a
coming
team
I-
effort.
I have had to strain my neck quite a lot today, so I'll step back and let you take care of this one, and I'll be cheering you on from the side.
You can have so much water though.
We can create all the water you want.
Yeah, with the wand.
I'll make
we
sure to
have
bring
the
orange
decanter.
juice and some cups so that everybody can have something to drink.
Did I bring the bottomless stein?
Oh my god! You just get
You make
drunk.
mimosas out of the bottomless stein.
You
All
should
right.
have.
Well.
Yes, I did.
Oh my god. Okay, let's go.
Excellent. Well, you guys don't have to make a choice right this second, since I think that is probably a good spot to cease for the evening. I mean,
the rest of your hard drive.
yeah. Offline, I guess, figure out the direction you want to go. Tell me what you want so I know. I mean, I've got most of it prepped, so whatever, but
still.
allow me the mental preparation for whatever bullshit you guys are going to do. And yeah, join us next time on Third Action
Never.
to
Don't even
see
act bullshit.
what delightful shenanigans our heroes will get up to here in the Cinderlands. You don't want to miss it. Goodbye, farewell, good night.